TGIF, eh? We were born in a little town with good farmland interspersed, and the river that ran beside was the end of the universe, and no one ever traveled anywhere but up the hill in a hearse. Still there were good times for all at the Cornhuskers Ball every harvest. I grew next to your parents' house, and you lighted my lonely world. But we loved too impatiently and broke down like a tilt-a-whirl. And I spent some nights foolishly asleep in the mangled machinery, finally hitting the wall, and the Cornhuskers Ball couldn't cheer me. I'll go travel the Orient, I'll poison a foreign czar, I'll become a fat millionaire with a fat millionaire cigar. I'll open a sideshow for the freakish and hopeless and too bizarre. Move it into a stall at the Cornhuskers Ball, waving at the star. Saw your sister last Saturday, and she told me that you had gone, dragged your uncle's old Model A up the road to Saskatchewan. So does that mean you're going away for good? Wouldn't matter much, so am I. I would meet you next fall at the Cornhuskers Ball just to tell you goodbye. I would meet you next fall at the Cornhuskers Ball just to tell you goodbye. All right. Good to see everybody in his Sorry, Hillary. I don't know any of that stuff. I don't listen to the Foo Fighters, and I've never seen Toy Story. If you want to hear any of my songs or songs that you've heard me play before, I'd be happy to do for you what I can. I wouldn't know where to begin with those two though. Hey JJ. Hey Jessica. Hey Lolo. Everybody. Gretchen wants to hear What a Wonderful World, Louis Armstrong. That one I do know. I can do that for you. Let's see here. All right. Thank you. Well, speaking of Vinegar Creek, I'd like to do a song for you guys. One of our newest. In fact, I don't think that the full band even has ever played this song. This is one from the disc that Jeff and I just released, the duo CD, the Halloween tapes that came out back in January. And I wrote this one right before we went into the studio to make that. You know, sometimes songwriters have weird brains. That probably is clear because, I mean, who else goes around making songs up about everything that happens to them, you know? Kids and songwriters and characters in musicals. But I was driving my car one day and I heard this. I listen to a lot of podcasts. I especially like podcasts where they interview scientists and things like that. I like podcasts where I learn things from specialized fields. And one day I was listening to this psychologist. I'm not sure who it was. I can't remember. But he used a word that caught that triggered my songwriter brain, and the word was anhedonia. Anhedonia means the absence of all joy, or the inability to feel joy. It's a symptom of depression, as some of you will probably well know. And I just thought, what a cool word. An, like against or lack of, and hedonia, like hedonism. That word really got the wheels spinning. But I thought it was a little bit heavy to just name a song after this technical term for a symptom of depression. So I cut it apart and made it into a woman's name, Anna, A-N-A, Donia, D-O-N, with a little tilde over the end, A. And I thought, well, that sounds reasonable. I could get away with that, maybe. And then once I had the name, the character started to show up. And I'll just let the song take it from there. Hi, Abby. Yeah, I can do those songs for you. I'd be happy to. Thanks for asking. Hi, Marlissa. Hi, Stella. I'd be glad to do some Tom Petty for you. Sunday morning, bells are ringing, Eau Claire de la Lune. Silver jingles in the line, and it rains all the time. If it ain't raining now, it must be raining soon. In her heart, she's searching for the words to tell me she no longer wants me like I want her to. And I shake my head and smile, yeah, I've known that quite a while. I just thought I'd stick around till I was sure you knew I knew. But it's not the end, it's just a little darkness. A little darkness is only moonlight on Wayne. This ain't love, it's something kinda like it. A little gray, a little rain. bright-eyed lady on the moon. Destiny distantly shine like the pegway silver mine. So she stuck her thumb out on the road to run. Sometimes it's hard to know your heart's from your diamonds. Sometimes it's hard to know your heart at all. I've been dealt a losing hand and Anna called me, so I ran straight out of the frying pan and up against the wall. But it's not the end, it's just a little darkness. A little darkness is just like waiting to be born. This ain't love, it's something kinda like it. A little flash, yeah, a little storm. Never seemed to care what fate would bring. She's always trying to catch a thrill wild enough to get her killed, which felt better than not feeling anything. Neighbors ask me where she's gone and I don't answer. Locked up somewhere, maybe in a grave. Running guns or running games, always running all the same. And it don't matter to or from. Wild bird treads a cage, but it's not the end. It's just a little darkness. A little darkness is just like waiting to be born. This ain't love, it's something kinda like it. A little rose, yeah, a little thorn. It's not the end, it's just a little darkness. A little darkness is only moonlight on the plain. This ain't love, it's something kinda like it. A little gray, a little rain, a little gray, a little rain, a little gray, a little rain, a little gray, a little rain. It's called Anadonia. Hey, Bob. Hope you found the place okay. You know, earlier, a few hours ago, I was having a Zoom conversation with Joey Ulrich from WITF. He's doing a piece of some sort on musicians and what the hell we're up to these days when there aren't any gigs. And he asked me what it was like, what the space between songs was like where there's no applause. And I told him that's been one of the hardest things to get used to, is the rhythm of the whole thing. There we go. Yeah. There's some clappy icons. Thanks, Lolo. Hi, Kristen. What was I going to do here? Oh, right. Do a request from my old friend Gretchen. Recorded by the great Louis Armstrong. And this one, it's hard to keep from smiling when you hear this song or sing it, I think. It's a good choice, Gretchen. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, wonderful world. I see skies of blue, clouds of white, bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, and also on the faces of the people going by, but not too close. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. And also on the faces of the people going by at a safe distance, I see friends not shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. That's a nice, huh? Nice. Charlie's favorite bedtime songs. That's a good one. That's a nice one to fall asleep by. I hope you got to hear it. If not, you can play it for him later. I'm pretty good at making kids fall asleep or making them cry. Freaking them out. Let's see, what do we have here? I'm going to do one of Abby's requests here. She was kind enough to request Vinegar Creek songs, which not only do I know, but I wrote. Those are the easiest ones of all for me to play sometimes. You're very welcome, Gretch. anytime. This is a song about what the afterlife may or may not be like. I'm wearing my juju beads right now. You see that? They got skull faces on them. Somebody threw these at my head in a Mardi Gras parade in Ocean Springs, Mississippi, some years back during my travels. That was a hell of a Mardi Gras season down in Ocean Springs. I would be lying if I said I remembered a whole lot of that. I remember being up in a tree outside this bar I had played at and demanding that this one girl take me to the crossroads where Robert Johnson sold his soul to the devil. And I just would not let it go. She's the one that brought it up. It was her fault, really, if you think about it. But all I got were these death beads. Sky called heaven, take us when we die. I had a dream about a big blue sky called heaven. Admission free, no one left out or left behind. And I saw Jesus walking on the water, flying in an aeroplane, baby. Big blue sky called heaven, take us when we die. And is my soul gonna make it? And when I go, stay with me by my side. What will I do there? Just float around forever, stare at my reflection in the blue sky. Big blue sky called heaven, take us when we die. Tell me who would want to live forever? And tell me why should not a sinner get to see the Holy Ghost, the saints and the Madonna, find my nirvana in the blue sky. Big blue sky called heaven, take us when we die. Big blue sky called heaven, take us when we die. Big blue sky called heaven, take us when we die. We'll all just float there in the ever after, eternal laughter of the blue sky. Big blue sky called heaven, take us when we die. Big blue sky called heaven, take us when we die. Big blue sky called heaven, take us when we die. All right. Yeah, Abby, I did write Augusta Harriet also, and I agree with you that Dead Lady songs are really cool. Dead Guy songs too, really. I don't like songs about dead dogs, but I'll go just about anywhere else, you know. I know, right? I'll tell you, Marcus, this beard's all going to waste, not getting in anybody's mouth. It's just hanging there. I'm gonna have to cut it off. It's hard not being able to slobber and breathe on people, you know. Let's see here. That was a song, another song off of the Halloween tapes, my latest album with Jeff Bryson. Available now on the internet, the only place that anything's available now. The internet. Who knew it would become the whole world in 2020? I figured it would eventually, but I wasn't quite sure that soon, you know. I figured that first it would start with like conglomerations of nerds living in virtual worlds where they had like, you know, beautiful girlfriends and stuff and nice families and jobs, and they had some kind of chips implanted into their eyeballs that made them think that they were living in nice houses, and then eventually, you know, everybody else would kind of gradually follow suit. But here we are, just all in the internet, right? We all live here together now. One of the good ones. All right, I can do that. Yeah, thanks. You could probably tell I was struggling to think of a song because I was babbling so much. Of course, it's kind of the way it goes anyway. In the streets there are no cars, there is no light. In the forest, owls are waking up the night. In the houses, in the bedrooms, out of sight, people are dreaming. Do they sleep because there's nothing else to do? Do they dream because in dreams they're born anew? To discover when they wake they'll have become one of the good ones. I don't expect a lot, I ask too much, and I lean upon my anger like a crutch. Even though I realize it's such a sad way to go. Outside the rain falls and the churches ring their bells, believing most of us will die and go to hell. If God's good, you know I'm sure that he can tell one of the good ones. Contraptions of skin over bone were not made to be good, exploding or sinking like stones. Darling, if I could, I would call back the reckless words I let fly. I see you written on the teardrops in your eyes. I hope that you can see how hard I try. I will try again. Maybe it's good enough to know we can be free of the rusted chains of time and misery. I will do everything that I can do to be one of the good ones. contraptions of skin over bone were not made to be good. Exploding or sinking like stones. Darling, if I could, I would keep you with me here tonight under the stars. But instead, you'll catch a plane you'll call a car. I'll always tell everyone I know that you are one of the good ones. That's a song from my Moon a Silver Dime album, circa 2011. I do like Black Mirror, Terra, but it freaks me out because so much of it is already well within the realm of the possible. See that one with the kid and the porn? Freaky. So freaky. Gone Virginia. I can do that for you. Hillary. Deep River Blues. I have never learned, but I'm sure I can figure out something Doc Watson-y for you. Let me think on that for a little bit. I am a big Doc Watson fan. I kind of know his arrangement of Alberta, if that would be all right. Okay. Hi, Julie. All right. We got 2 JJs. Crazy. Let's see. What I want to do first here. Before I forget to catch up with Stella's request back there, I'm going to do some Tom Petty for my favorite guitar student. Faces yet, Kelly, but there's still time. Still time to learn. I'm not that old a dog yet. You belong among the wildflowers. You belong in a boat out at sea. Sail away, kill off the hours. You belong somewhere you feel free. Run away, find you a lover. Run away somewhere all bright and new. I have seen no other who compares with you. You belong among the wildflowers. You belong in a boat out at sea. You belong with your love on your arm. You belong somewhere you feel free. Run away, dust of cover. You belong at home by and by. You belong among the wildflowers. You belong in a boat out at sea, far away from the troubles and worries. You belong somewhere you feel free. You belong among the wildflowers. You belong somewhere close to me, far away from the troubles and worries. You belong somewhere you feel free. You belong somewhere you feel free. Some old Petty. Man, if you like to believe that whole stuff about the bands up in heaven and the heavenly jams and all, there's some jamming going up there, on up there right now, man. Wouldn't you want to sit in that song circle? John Prine, Tom Petty, Prince probably tearing the hell out of a Telecaster back there somewhere. Sure, Teresa, you can dare ask for Pancho and Lefty. Got a lot of requests just then, so I'm gonna circle back here to some of these earlier requests, starting with one that came in through Patreon earlier today, or last night maybe even. Patreon subscribers definitely get some priority when it comes to making requests. And, I got a request for this waltz here. I think it was from Kristen. Fall down, lean on the window pane, then rise up and twist in the weather vane. Rise up and fall down again. Fall down, walk these city streets again, then rise up to washed out skies welcome in. Rise up and fall down again. Rise up and fall down again. Rise up, for heaven is waiting, then fall back with the weight of your suffering. Rise up and fall back again. Fall down, send rivers on their way, then rise up and come back some other day. Go and come back again. Go and come back again. rise up, for we all must try to rise, then fall down like teardrops from weeping eyes, fall down like teardrops again. And I won't abuse you with flattery, and I won't complain when you fall on me, rise and fall on me again. Rise and fall on me again. Rise up and fall down again. Rise up and fall down again. It's called A Waltz for the Rain. Thanks, guys. Somebody reminded me that I should mention this sometimes. That being that if you're digging these broadcasts, you can get more people in the room, so to speak, by hitting that little share button down on your screen. If you're watching on your computer or your phone or your Facebookery or whatever it is, Crystal Ball, Palantir, there should be a little button that says share down there. If you hit that, this broadcast will appear on your page, and then your friends can jump in and watch it too. And there'll be more people in here, and you know, there's no rule against big crowds on the internet that I know of, so if you'd be so kind, if you feel so inclined. Speaking of laws against crowds and such, it seems like it's about time I dug this chestnut back out. This little tune that I wrote about our current predicament, where we've all got to stay away from each other. It's a weird thing for a bunch of over-engineered apes who are used to living in social groups and evolved that way to all be told all of a sudden that we got to stay away from each other. But that's where we are. And where we're probably going to be for some time. I hope this looks super cool because it's really being a pain in the ass to wear. But anyway, when it first started, I wrote this little tune called The Social Distancing Rag, which I'd like to play for you. This comes with a mild parental advisory for strong language. If you're easily offended, or your kid is real sensitive and breaks into tears at the sound of an F-bomb, beware. Why don't you stay over there, babe? Leave it all to my imagination. So much anxiety, it's getting hard to swallow. All of a sudden everyone's a fucking epidemiologist. Stay home and let this pageant play, friends. No need to let your spirit sag, 'cause that coronavirus is here to inspire us to do that social distancing rag. Oh, I love it when you don't touch me there, babe. Maybe just don't touch me anywhere, babe. Damned if we do, damned if we don't. Go out and spread it round, or stay home and just go broke. We all need some personal space now, although it's kind of a drag, 'cause that coronavirus is here to inspire us to do that social distancing rag. Let me break it down. Step one, I stay over here. Step two, you stay over there. Step three, well actually there's no step three. I stay over here, you stay over there. We just stay the fuck away from each other. We're all up in each other's shit, y'all. We've been fighting like cats in a bag, till that coronavirus came along to inspire us to do that social distancing rag. How long can a fella talk to dogs? The answer is a pretty long ass time. Pretty soon we'll all go back to slobbering on each other. Let the good be that which cares for our most vulnerable brothers and sisters. Thanks for hearing out my tale, y'all. Don't be afraid to let it wag, 'cause that coronavirus is here to inspire us to do that social distancing. Don't get no hugs or kissing when you do that social distancing rag. All right. Thank you very much. The social distancing rag. That video got more views than I think any video that I've ever made. I don't know what that says. But if you want to see it, it's on the Leo DiSanto Facebook page. There's a good scene of me playing poker with my dogs on there. It took a really long time to get. Yeah, that's true, Kelly. I was telling that to Joe from WITF earlier during our conversation. I said, being a solitary weirdo isn't really anything too new to me, I mean, I was doing gigs in public, but most of the time I was still just haunting my own house. So the antisocial aspect of this whole thing isn't necessarily life-changing for me. Punk rock girl tonight. Yeah, I could do that for you, Boomer. Let's see, get back here. What did we have? Some requests. Shadows for Jenny Lou. Looks like one. This is off of Vinegar Creek's Don't Go Back in Time album, circa 2013. We were actually socially distanced when we made this because we played it live, and so we had to stand in opposite parts of the room, especially the banjo. When you record live with the banjo's got to get way, way back there, way on the other side of the building. Sometimes out in the car, you got to do what you got to do. So Sunday at 1, I'm doing another Beatles brunch. Just hop on at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll play a bunch of Beatles songs. Last week we did a fundraiser and bought some meals for some Lancastrians. I think I'm going to donate at least half of the proceeds this year. Let's say 50% of the proceeds this week. I'm going to donate to a food bank. So we'll buy some more people some more meals. We did pretty well last week, too. I think we raised $400 for Chef Oliver's Pay It Forward project. That felt good. And I think I'm going to keep doing it because, we've all got to do what we can for those who especially for those who are struggling the most. That way there's more of that sort of juju in the world, and I always feel like if you create that sort of action in the world, then there's more of it there when you're the one who could use a meal. I mean, that's just putting it in the most basic terms, but the way that we ride this thing out is by reaching out, I think. I've seen some cool new organizations springing up in Lancaster to raise money. What was that thing that you were doing, Kelly? I thought I saw a picture earlier on your Facebook of some pet food donations or something. I would like to hear more about that. What's going on with that? Because if there's one way to yank on my heartstrings, it's to put a dog on the other end of them and turn it loose. Cats, not as much, but I could be convinced to help cats too. Totally forget what I was doing. Oh, shadows. No one but shadows. Oh, it's behind the door. They crouch inside. Why do they hide? I know what they are. No one but shadows has trampled these floorboards since Lord knows when. Oh, well, again, Lord knows how long. Their faces are obscure. Why do they follow forth? Dark arms reach out, circling about my weary shoulder. So strange to see them sway, their dark legs in the day. But when they're gone and I'm all alone, I'll miss those shadows. But shadows can hear a word I say. Words stagger and fall, blunder into walls, lose their hats in the wind. These echoes find us only to remind us these words are only shadows themselves. Always have been. They walk me to my room, henchman of the gloom, spastic and tall, no skin at all, no conversation. Your eyes, your lips, your hair, dark things like shadows wear. But when they're gone and I'm all alone, I'll miss those shadows. Shadows. Their faces are obscure. Why do they follow forth? Dark arms reach out, circling about my weary shoulder. Your eyes, your lips, your hair, dark things like shadows wear. But when they're gone and I'm all alone, I'll miss those shadows. Shadows. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. Shadows. All right. We're Friday nighting it real hard in here. I don't know who all's here because this app doesn't tell me who when people come in like Facebook does. That's one kind of cool thing about Facebook is that you can tell who's watching, whereas I can't tell who's watching. But you know what? I kind of like to use my imagination about who's watching. Maybe it's good to not know who's watching. You know, it allows me to imagine that every girl I've had a crush on in the past 2 years is all watching right now, right at the same time. Definitely probably true. deviate from the request for a moment to pay some homage. That's really awesome, Kelly. Are you only accepting donations of are you accepting donations of food only, or are you taking money to buy food? Or let me know if you keep doing this thing. I'd love to be a part of that too. John Prine. Sitting up in heaven with a fishing line. All the snow's turned to water. Christmas days come and gone. Broken toys and faded colors are all that's left to linger on. Well, I hate graveyards and old pawn shops, for they always bring me tears. I can't forgive the way they've robbed me of my childhood souvenirs. Memories that can't be bought, can't be won at the carnival for free. Took me years to get those souvenirs, and I don't know how they slipped away from me. Broken hearts and dirty windows make life difficult to see. That's why last night and this morning always look the same to me. Well, I hate reading no love letters, for they always bring me tears. I can't forget the way they've robbed me of my sweetheart's souvenirs. Memories that can't be bought, can't be won at the carnival for free. It took me years to get those souvenirs, and I don't know how they slipped away from me. Souvenirs by the late, great John Prine. For years, when I'd introduce a John Prine song, when we covered one, I'd say, by the great, not late John Prine, and it breaks my heart that I had to change it this week. Damn virus. That's great. Glad you're doing that, Kelly. That's amazing. I'll have to look for you online. I'd like to contribute. And thanks for saying that. Trying to do my part in what ways are available to me, and I'm trying to find more ways, make more ways available to me. Singing songs is what I do normally as my job, and I'm going to keep doing that for sure. Try and stop me. You can't. I got the door locked. But, you know, anything else I can do. I'm trying to reach out to other organizations that are working with the community here and talk to other people. And, you know, we have this weird new form of being social now where we're all online, and social media kind of has a different meaning for me these days. Before it was something I got mad at myself if I spent time doing, and now I kind of give myself a pass, I guess. I feel like we need a cameo if I can get one. Hey, Ringo! Ringo, come! Dog wants to be in my lap at any minute except when I want to call him in. Let's see, I had some more requests back here. Hey, Ringo! Come! Guy's not doing his job. I'm Gone, Virginia from Mark Steffi, if he's still here. Yeah, I've got his own camera set up for him. And he's not, I think he knows when I'm doing a show now. He usually comes in at least once during the show. I don't know what he's doing. At least your dog's looking at me. What font, Bob? Are you talking about the tip links? Because I don't want those to be any bigger. I can make them bigger anytime I want, but you know, it feels kind of weirdly commercial to have the tip link take up the whole screen. But if you guys are having trouble seeing that, I'll mention it quick. I have this link where you can, these two links where you can contribute a little something to the show if you'd like. I'll make it bigger for a second. There we go. Venmo and PayPal. Performing on the internet is now my full-time job. Who'da thunk it? I never thought I had the face for television, but here we are. So far, folks have been really awesome about supporting this broadcast, and it's enabled me to keep on doing it and keep on putting all my time into it. Got some more videos coming too, especially if you're a Patreon subscriber. You'll be seeing something from me soon here. I'm gonna make that small again. There you go. I know it's a little bit hard to read if you're watching on your phone, especially. I'm gonna do this murder ballad from the first Vinegar Creek Constituency album, which was called Vinegar Creek Constituency. Imaginative, I know. Oh, for me to see the comments. All right. Yeah. Thanks. They distract me if I look at them when I'm playing. Yeah, this is a murder ballad. I sometimes tell the story about this one on stage. It was came of a walk I was taking in the Shenandoah Mountains in Virginia, one of my favorite hiking places, national parks. Shenandoah National Park. You can get like a $10 permit and go out and hike into the back country, and you, depending on where you go and when, you won't see a soul out there except for maybe some bear souls and some bird souls and things like that. And I was walking out there one year, and I came upon a little graveyard off the trail. All the graves were very old. They were all from, the mid 1800s. And in the middle of the cemetery, someone had placed a plaque with a poem on it. And I don't remember exactly what it said, but the gist of it was urging you to appreciate this national park land that you're walking on, because the settlers in that region were forced out of their homes when the government took the land to make it a national park. Kind of the dark side of public land, I guess, for those people anyway. And I looked around at the names on the tombstones some more and thought about that, and as I was walking back down the trail, I started making up this song, which turned out to be called I'm Gone, Virginia. Came awake with a buzzing head in the middle of the night. There's a north wind trying to blow the mountain down, and it seems it might. Used to be I'd sleep in peace in my own bed. These days there ain't no peace for nobody but the dead. Came home from the government's war 3 winters now ago. Couldn't see the mountainside for the driving rain and the blinding snow. But you can't blame a soul for feeling low and the sun don't shine. These days the weather around here brings trouble on my mind. Running my days out in these sad blue mountains, tired as they are, so am I. I'd be lost in the city. I'm gone, Virginia, goodbye. La-di-di, la-da-di-di. Autumn came and brought the big black railroad trains to town, screaming down the grade below for miles around. You could hear that sound. Night men came on the railroad trains with their loveless eyes. Their pens and their papers said, boys, sign on the dotted line. Man come down from Washington town to drive me from the land. Pointed to some papers in his fat red waiting banded hand. So I laid him down in the wet cold ground where you never come back. These days there ain't no peace with the hounds running down my track. Running my days out in these sad blue mountains, tired as they are, so am I. Got caught in the machinery. I'm gone, Virginia, goodbye. Flow and the bluebells grow and the moon comes over the hill. I can't see them anymore and I never will. No, I never ever will. Girls in town wear flowing gowns and they look so fine. I'm forward old-fashioned, new-fashioned murder ballad. I'm Gone, Virginia. Let's see if that trick works, though. That doesn't make anything bigger. I'm using a special streaming software, so the rules of engagement are a little bit different than. Oh man, Kelly, if you only had the other DiSanto here, he's got all the Cat Stevens. I might be able to get one for you. Let me think on it. My brother Nick has an extensive Cat Stevens catalog. I'm going to hold off on letters for this time being, Mom, because I've just done a whole lot of slow songs in a row, and I want to do a little rock here before I go any further. I fired up the process of baking some sourdough bread today. I got the starter bubbling on the kitchen island out there, and I'm pretty excited about getting my hands in some dough tonight. And that's not a metaphor for anything. I'm just going to make some dough, make some bread. It's been a long time. But it's a magical process, and the leftover starter yields sourdough pancakes, which are also magical. If you haven't tried sourdough baking, there's no time like the present. You can do it on just about any schedule. All it requires is a whole bunch of time, and I bet you got some. All right. sideshow Parker all the night till there's light in the window. I'm a pipe dream the robin told. I don't know if it's bold or just blind as bad shit to the world that the rest of the world knows. There's something in the wind says come in, get out, and come back again. Sit down, where have you been? We know you get hung up in that skull all alone. We got a mobile home. We got a mobile home and a Catskill. We got a mobile home. We got a mobile home and the Catskill. The telephone don't ring here. Bottles and cans don't pay the bill. We got a mobile home. We got a mobile home and a Catskill. We got a mobile home. We got a mobile home in the Catskill. The telephone don't ring here. I don't believe that it ever will. All right, let's see here. What did I miss? I think I told Hillary I was going to try to come up with a Doc Watson song. Here's as close as I can get. Other than like some fiddle tunes that I'm kind of embarrassed to play, you know, the Black Mountain Rag or something, but I don't know. I'm not the fastest flat picker, but I did learn this nice arrangement that Doc Watson recorded of the old folk song Alberta. Pretty much stole it right from him. What did I already play? Oh, What a Wonderful World. Yeah. I did. Did indeed. All right. I love it that there's still a Marcus. I love it that there's still a couple of y'all that remember that song, Cold Old Valley. Maybe on a future occasion. Maybe we could Skype Matt. Maybe we could Skype Matt Moore in on some slide guitar. Doc Watson arrangement for Hillary in hopes that it will scratch your Doc Watson itch. Alberta, let your hair hang low. I saw her first on an April morn as she walked through the mist in a field of hay. Her hair lit the world with its golden glow, and the smile on her face burned my heart away. Alberta, let your hair hang low. Alberta, let your hair hang low. I'll give you more gold than your apron can hold. Alberta, let your hair hang low. I thought my golden time would last, but the field of hay was soon cut down. In a short few weeks it all was past, and my golden girl, just a painful song. Alberta, what's on your mind? Alberta, what's on your mind? My heart is so sad, 'cause you treat me so bad. Alberta, what's on your mind? Alberta, let your hair hang low. All right. Thanks for hanging out tonight, guys. I'm going to do a couple more songs and go eat some dinner. See what that dick Ringo's doing, since he doesn't want to be in the show tonight, apparently. He thinks he's getting paid for this. He's way off. Ringo! Ringo, come here, bud. Where you at? Dogs are jerks. It's in his contract. He has to appear on camera at least once per episode or he doesn't get paid. Doesn't get paid. I did think about it, Matthew, but I didn't learn it. It's a good tune, though. I'd like to learn that one. Seriously. Carrie, I saw your question earlier about whether I know Cry Baby Cry by the Beatles. Yes, and Sunday is Beatles Day. Yeah, exactly, right? You tell him. If he knew one of his friends from the vet was here, he'd be all over it. He'd be excited as hell. I can barely control him when he goes into that vet. He's so happy to see everybody. Thank you, Wendy. I got to see Doc Watson a couple of times too, fortunately. Off the rails and over the moon. Suffering slings and arrows. Hey, won't you come out tonight? We'll practice casting shadows. Game of letting me down, a game of shoot me in the dark till the cops come somebody in the park. I thought I understood the part about love is all that matters. Thought I had an unshakable heart before it shook and shattered. The way you fall in love, but you never hit the ground. You can't get up and you can't stay down. Hey, well, isn't that the way? For every song I've sung and every wrong I've rung, I give my heart on a platter. And I do depend if I don't make sense. I've lost so much gray matter. I've been busy in this hill-bent downhill slide, like the dizziest train that you ever will ride. Off the rails and over the moon. Come back to the world, gonna miss you soon. Hey, am I working hard enough for that 7 come 11? Hey, have I got enough stuff to get me into heaven? Half the time treading water, half pissing in the wind. I'm shaking in my boots and I shiver in my skin all day. Well, isn't that the way? For every song I've sung and every wrong I've rung, I give my heart on a platter. And I do depend if I don't make sense. I've lost so much gray matter. Been busy in this hell-bent downhill slide, dizziest train that you ever will ride. Off the rails and over the moon. Come back to the world, gonna miss you soon. Free like maniacal kids, naked in a wildflower meadow. All that anybody ever did is practice casting shadow. Do the best you can, whatever shape you're in. And try to look surprised if you get to go around again. Go around again. For every song I've sung and every wrong I've rung, give my heart on a platter. And I do depend if I don't make sense. I've lost so much gray matter. Been busy in this hell-bent downhill slide, busiest train that you ever will ride. Off the rails and over the moon. Come back to the world, gonna miss you soon. Come back, gonna miss you soon. Come back, gonna miss you. Good night, Abby. Thank you. I'll tell Ringo you missed him and that he's a dick, because he is. Seriously, for 2 hours of practice, right before I did this broadcast, I could not keep that dog out of my lap in this very chair. Now he's not even listening to me. He's probably sleeping. He's taking a nap. He'll be right in my face as soon as I go out there to make my dinner, which I'm about to do. Thank you guys for hanging out. I won't tell your work that you called him a fuckface, but it's okay because I call him that all the time. Ringo, you fuck. You stepped on my face. He likes it. Never mind. Yeah. I like to know that you guys are dancing out there. If I can't see it, knowing about it is the next best thing. And I'm glad we still have this means of connecting. I'm enjoying these shows, even if I miss seeing people's faces. You know, in some ways these are better than some of the bar shows. I'm gonna show you all this address here. So I'm getting ready to. I've been working on a new project for my Patreon patrons. These are subscribers who are members via my Patreon website. Address right there in the middle of the screen. The coolest club that you never asked to join and never wanted to or thought about joining. But now you can think about it. for as little as $1 a month, I think, maybe $2 a month. You get special content. I'm working on a project right now. It's a story and song, kind of a bedtime story from my travels, some of my earliest travels in the Southwest. And I'm looking forward to doing that. It's cool going back through those memories and this old stuff. Being a patron also gets you priority on song requests. And just knowing that you're a patron of the arts and you're supporting the show, I'm going to keep doing these broadcasts after the big sicky sick is over. And then I'll be able to have guests on, talk with people, play music with people. It'll be fun. We'll shake hands, lots and lots and lots maybe. Anyway, if you want to see what it's all about, being a patron of the arts, it's a cool platform that a lot of creators are using now. And it's become a pretty big deal for me in continuing to make a living throughout this weird time that we're all in. So there's that. If I didn't get to your request tonight, I'm really sorry about that. Please come again and make it the request again, and if I see it again, I promise I'll do my best. Sunday, 1 p.m., Beatles brunch, all Beatles songs. So if you made a Beatles request tonight, that's where you'll hear it. And some of the tips from Sunday will be donated to a local food bank. Make sure everybody's got something to eat. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm grateful for that too, Kristen. That we met up at Columbia Kettleworks Second Gear, a nice venue, and the second to last real venue that I played before this whole thing took. Friday night I played Columbia Kettleworks Second Gear, then I played somewhere else, Gretna Brewing Saturday, and then all the gigs were gone, except for this gig. So here I am, shoeless and possibly pantsless, because how would you know? Touring the internet until the Triumphant Rebirth of Civilization. You can find me right here, folks. Crooning under the moon. Mostly Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays is what I've been doing. And that's probably what I'll keep doing. But yeah, if you're a patron, watch out on the website for some new content coming your way real soon. I think you'll like it. I'm having fun working on it. I'll leave you with the following sentiment. We're caught in a trap. I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. Why can't you see what you're doing to me when you don't believe a word I'm saying? We can go on together with suspicious minds, and we can build our dreams on suspicious minds. So if an old friend I know stops by to say hello, but I still see suspicion in your eyes, here we go again, asking where I've been. You can't see the tears real I'm crying. We can go on together with suspicious minds, and we can build our dreams on suspicious minds. Or let our love survive. I'll dry those tears from your eyes. Let's don't let a good thing die. 'Cause honey, no, I'd never lie to you. very often. Yeah, yeah. We're caught in a trap. I can't walk out, 'cause I love you too much, baby. Why can't you see what you're doing to me when you don't believe a word I'm saying? We can't go on together with suspicious minds, and we can't build our dreams on suspicious minds. Don't you know it? Caught in a trap. I can't walk out, 'cause I love you too much, baby. Don't you know it? We're caught in a trap. I can't walk out, 'cause I love you too much, baby. Don't you know it? We're caught in a trap. I can't walk out, because I love you too much, baby. Thank you. Thank you very much. Carrie, I was hoping somebody was doing that, and I knew I could count on you. All right, guys. Have a great night. Get some rest. Take care of yourself. Drink lots of water. Blow up your TV. Eat a lot of peaches. Try and find Jesus on your own. And I hope to see you at the Beatles brunch, or not see you, but know of you at the Beatles brunch Sunday at 1 p.m. right here on the internet, where everything happens these days, because it's the only thing that's real. All right. All right.